G'day folks, welcome to my next episode, which is incorporating the 2023-24 Murray Cod Opening. So it's the 5th of December. Unfortunately, work got in the way of me actually getting out camping on the actual opening, but I've got a 4-day break and I'm heading up to a little place called Bundalong on the Murray River and on the eastern edge of Lake Mulwala. So we're camped up there for 4 days, so fingers crossed we'll get a bit of footage of some cod, some camp life and a bit of fun. So stay tuned. This cod opening, I'm catching up with my good mate Dennis and his cousin Dino. They're already at camp and I'm just making my way along the Murray Valley Highway. I passed through Rutherglen, which is a wine lover's haven. Rows of vineyards stretch across the landscape, producing renowned reds and whites. Historic streets invite you to explore, while the Murray River adds a scenic touch. Rutherglen, where the flavours and history blend seamlessly into every sip and step. And as the sign says, Sydney might have a nice harbour, but Rutherglen has a great port. Crossing the Ovens River soon finds us in the little township of Bundalong. So Bundalong is where the Ovens River meets the Murray River, which in turn runs into Lake Mulwala. It's got a cracking little tavern and a very, very well-stocked general store, and well worth a stop if you need some supplies. Luckily, it's just up the road from where we're camping. Driving through the gate to get to camp, I had to dodge a few large farm implements as the landholder was taking the top of the last of his wheat crop. Just followed the road along and found where Dennis and Dino were camped. The boys have been waiting patiently for me to turn up. We're camped on the eastern edge of Lake Mulwala, which was formed back in 1939 when the Murray River was dammed at the Yarrawonga Weir as part of the Murray-Darling irrigation scheme. Today, Lake Mulwala is the best Murray cod fishery in Australia. And Dennis and Dino can't wait to get out there. Meanwhile, I've got a camp to set up. Well, we've got camp all set up and she's been a bit warm, so we've just been having a bit of a relax in the shade, and we're now heading out on the Murray River. So just in this little backwater here, I'll turn the camera around. So the weather doesn't look too bad, so hopefully we get a few more days of this, and Dennis has already got 2 cod. See how we go from there. All right. That nearly resulted in a lost rod. So there's my first little cod of the day. And unfortunately, that was the only cod for the day. So we headed back to camp for some dinner, watched the sun go down, and decided to do a bit of surface lure fishing in the evening. Although conditions seemed quite ideal for surface fishing tonight, the fish didn't want to play the game. So back to the camp, a few beers around the campfire. Slip into the swag and reset again for tomorrow. Well, good morning everyone. It's day 2 here at Bundalong. Yesterday was a bit slow, so we caught 4 cod between us, and but it was just a bit of a reconnaissance day. I imagine just getting the feel of the place and the lay of the land. So today I'm up a little bit early. We've put some yabby nets in, and we're off to have a look at Lake Mole Whaler and throw some big lures around for the morning, and let's see what that brings us. So for about an hour and a half I threw some big swim baits around for absolutely nothing. So I resorted to what I don't like the most, and that's trolling, just to cover a bit more ground. Well, she's been a slow old day today, second day in. It's quite warm, it's mid-30s, and we've just spent the afternoon basically just lying around camp in the shade. It's just too hot on the water. I've even resorted to put the bimini on, but it is not a bad day. It's quite still, there's not much breeze, but yeah, it's a bit of a grind fish wise, but we're on the water, so we're in with a chance. What do you reckon, Milo? Hey. Given it was so hot, it was just time to soak some bait. Even the bait wasn't working today, so back to camp. Well, today's been a real grind. It's been hot, there's been hardly any wind, and unfortunately not a fish in the boat as yet, but I've just come back to camp, gonna relax for a bit, have a beer, and it's not often when you come back to camp, the guys that you're camping with are actually cooking your dinner, and I'll just wander over and show you what's on the go for tonight. So that should go down a treat. And who says if you're out the bush, you can't have a bit of flash tucker?
I used to get it back in the day. You go on the YouTube channel, mate. Hey, look at that.
So Master Chef Dino here, slow roasted lamb over coals for about 5 hours. And we're just going to hook into this. And what better way to do it after a hard day's fishing. So Dennis has cleaned up today.
And yesterday.
And yesterday.
I finally broke my curve.
Yeah, that looks sensational.
Get a video of this, man.
Milo the wonder dog, mate.
With the end of another great day, it was time to sit around the campfire. The clouds are looking a bit ominous tonight, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. It's day 3 and I must say the weather is a lot more pleasurable than it has been the last couple of days. It's a lot cooler, but it's actually fairly overcast. We've had a couple of little showers this morning. I've made my way out onto Lake Mulwala. I'm going to soak a bit of bait this morning and see if we can stir something up, but it has been a bit quiet. Yesterday was a donut day for me, although the guys at camp got a couple, and but I think I might spend a couple of hours here and pack up camp, given it looks like it might rain and I hate packing up wet camp. So bear with me and we'll see what we can get for you.
Oh, nice little cod. He's only a little one. Oh, they got a bit of toe. Oh, and he's just caught underneath his lip. That's good.
So this little bloke managed to brick me underneath the snag. Thankfully I got him out with one of my lure retrievers, so that was number 3 for the trip. The rest of the morning was spent throwing lures around and trying a bit more bait, but then the rain came. Well, we've come to an end of another adventure. So unfortunately the weather's not looking too conducive over the next day or so to fish, so I'm packing up a day early. One thing I hate is drying out wet gear. So that's Cod Opening 2023-24 season start, done and dusted. To me, it's not about catching the fish. It's actually spending time with really good mates that I don't get to catch up with on a regular basis, and just sitting around the campfire, telling stories, having a few beers, and that's what it's all about. So I'm going to head home. So if you like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, put a comment in there, tell me what I could have done better to catch a bigger cod. But look, all in all, it doesn't matter. We got some cod and we had some fun. So thanks everyone. We'll see you at the next one. And quickly before I go, always leave gates like you found them. Hey, hey, Molly, Molly. Hey, what are you doing? No, he doesn't want to. Camera shy. Well, which is going to incorporate the radio. Well, we've come to an end. So I've ducked into Lake Mulwala and just going to soak a bit of bait.
Shit, that's not good. Bugger.
Well,